Back. Come here. Come back. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Hello everybody. Hey, I was shooting my bow a little bit, as maybe you saw there, and I got a couple of tips for you. You notice I don't hold the bow back long. All I want to do is hit anchor, and I shoot. If you follow me a little bit, I've tried all the shooting methods you could ever use, and I went back to where I learned works best for me. And anyway, the wind's blowing my camera there. I apologize for that. There ain't much I can do. But anyway, I use somewhat of a swing draw Howard Hill style method of shooting, and I love to shoot split finger, and I fought it because I got a bad finger, so I'm shooting 3 under. Can you shoot swing draw Hill style 3 under? Yes, you can. It's nothing to do with I draw the anchor and let her eat. And I was shooting at an old plastic bottle down there, and it I don't, and this is one of the tips for you on your practice and on your hunting. You want to pick the smallest spot you could shoot at. You know, aim small, miss small. And when I hit the bottle real solid and it goes flying, I actually made a bad shot. Because I try to shoot the end. I look at the end or the top or the edge. If I shoot, the bottle barely moves, I hit where I was looking. I made a good shot. So I think on one of those shots, the bottle went flying. I was shooting for the top of the bottle and I shot too low and hit it in the middle. But that means I missed by this much because I was picking a small spot, right? So, and you want to do the same thing. I've missed deer before shooting at the lungs and end up shooting over him. You got to pick a spot. You got to pick a spot, a really small, something really small, a crease or something like that. And so, I mean, that's some shooting practice for you. Like when I'm walking around shooting at pine cones, I shoot at the sides of them. I'll try to shoot at the small end or something like that. This is driving me crazy. Let's try to do it this way. Maybe the wind's coming from that direction. And so anyway, I'll shoot at the small side of the pine cone. I'll shoot at there can be a limb sticking out I'm shooting at, and I shoot at a twig at it, or either I shoot at the very end of it. I try to train myself to be used to picking at small spots, you know. So that's a tip for you in your practice right there. That last shot was I hit exactly where I was looking within an inch, and it was near 30 yards. And this shooting style method works. I put full focus on on the spot I want to hit. I see my arrow point in my peripheral vision, I guess you would say. But more and more and more I'm shooting, the more concentration I'm focusing on where I want to hit at. If you're putting a lot of thought in what's behind the bow, are you at anchor, are you at this, are you at that, that's when you do that stuff, shooting repetition at a blind bale or up close at a bale, shooting repetition, trying to build your form. When you get out here shooting, hunting, and shooting, like it's my favorite form of practice, stump shooting. I get out here stump shooting, I'll focus on what's in front of the bow. And it works good for me. When you're in a hunting situation, if you can pour your focus on the spot you want to hit and nothing else, and the shot happens automatic, that's when you're going to make the best shots. This year, this past year, I missed 2 deer. I shot over them simply because I didn't pick a low spot. The arrow went well. I didn't shoot high from my mark, but the deer wasn't there when the arrow got there. I shot at the deer's lungs. They squatted out of it, and I know better. And so I'm really pouring my focus in picking small spots. I'm not going to make them same mistakes next year. And or even when I get into pigs and all that, I'm gonna, you wanna, if you shoot a pig above mid lung, even though you may get him in the lungs, you're gonna have trouble. I mean, above mid body, you're gonna have trouble finding him. So you want to shoot down there around that crease and that elbow or angling forward. Picking small spots is what does that. Don't shoot at his lungs, shoot at that small spot right there. So that's a tip for you shooting practice. You're shooting at pine cones, you're out here stump shooting, shoot at the edge of a pine cone. Don't shoot at the pine cone. Try to pick the smallest spot you can pick. As I got an old water bottle out here, I like to come out here and shoot late evening, and that bottle kind of shines a little bit for me. And I pick, shoot at the, I already got the cap. I put the cap back on them. I already shot the cap off of that when it's gone because I'm shooting where I'm looking, So anyway, that's a shooting tip for you. I have a few shooting tips for you coming. I have a lot of people ask me, send me messages about how I shoot and how I aim and all this. And I'm not the best shot. If you want to learn how to shoot a bow, you need to watch Jeff Phillips. He's one of the best shots I've ever seen instinctive. But I mean, I've struggled through all the gapping and aiming, and I'm somewhat of a subconscious gapper, I guess you would say, gap shooting. But I slowly, and as you shoot through repetition, you'll get where you don't have to think about gap. The arrow just goes where you're looking. And so I'm trying to say that I'm an expert at mistakes. I've made all of them. So I know what works for me, and maybe some of these things will help you. Y'all keep the good Lord first, and turkey season is next week. Probably not going to hunt any this week because I have got a whole bunch of stuff I got to get done so I can free up some turkey hunting time and try to go camping. So y'all keep the good Lord first. See y'all next time.